Hello, Hike families. Quick video from my car at soccer. I will never understand why an outdoor sport is scheduled for February, but here I am. I did want to give just a few video updates today. One, I had a lot of parents asking about the Wax Museum and visitors in the building, and pending my meeting last Thursday with the superintendent's cabinet, we did learn that now that COVID numbers are going down, we are able to have visitors in the building. We still need to be very cautious of the number of visitors we allow in the building at one time and how long they are allowed in the building. So I'm going to work with the 5th grade team this week to schedule a staggered visitor window for 5th grade parents who want to visit for the Wax Museum. I will say at this time, the length of time for you to be in the building will be about 15 minutes, which should be plenty of time for you to walk through and see all of the Wax Museum candidates. And then we will stagger it. I haven't quite decided yet what that's going to look like, if it'll be by class or if it will be by last name. So I will send that information out to you as soon as I meet with 5th grade family or 5th grade teachers tomorrow, and they will send it out through their School Connects app to you. So I will not be sending out an email. We will make a plan, and then they will send that out to 5th grade parents only through their School Connects apps of the scheduled times for you all to come through. So I hope that helps with many of you who were really wanting to experience that, but please be sure to understand that we will be following all of the protocols with masks and the length of time that you're there and the number of people that are there. So I do not know yet until we get in and look at the actual numbers if it will be one family member invited per student or 2 family members invited per student. So we will look at that and we will send that out to you. So I feel strongly we might be able to have 2 per family, but that would be the maximum. And it would be on a 15-minute rotation, because then at that point, 15 minutes, then we wouldn't have to necessarily contact trace everyone. And so I'm really firm on the 15-minute timeline, so please be aware of that. That's it for the Wax Museum updates. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about is, I don't know if anybody's been following the board meetings, but they are talking about staggered start times for next school year. And in the following year, based on the new student assignment plan, it will be a significant change for many schools. But I did clarify, next year it will only be a 10 to 15 minute change in start times for about 7 elementary schools. I do not know which schools those are going to be, but a 15-minute window of time is not super inconvenient for anyone who wants to make sure that they are going to be able to get their kids to school on time or get to work on time or catch the bus. So 10 minutes is the goal, no more than 10 minutes one way or another. So for example, our start time is at 9. It could be that our start time is at 9:10 or 8:50. So that shouldn't give too much of a fluctuation to be an inconvenience to families. And I made it clear that if it were going to be a major fluctuation, we needed to notify families of that now. So if it was going to be something where they could not make work with their work schedules or their family situation, they would have an opportunity to transfer. And the same thing goes with staff as well. So for the 22-23 school year, the staggered start times for elementary schools will be minimum. And it will be about a 10-minute window, like I said, either 10 minutes earlier or 10 minutes later. And I do not know which schools that will affect at this time. They are still working that out. But please be aware, for the 23-24 school year, they are working on a district-wide overhaul of the student assignment plan. And then that will also include staggered start times from elementary, middle, and high. And it could be a very significant change in start times for some schools. The first start time, I think Dr. Polio said, would be 7:40, and the last start time would be 9:40. So there's a 2-hour window. And I don't know that we're going to learn more about that at our March cabinet meeting. So I will keep you informed of that. But again, that will not happen until the 23-24 school year. So for next year, just a 10-minute fluctuation of time. The last thing I want to talk about is the budget. That information is included in the SBDM section, and SBDM will be meeting on February, I believe it is 28th, but I am not 100% sure. I don't have my calendar in front of me, to approve the budget. There was not a lot of change in our budget this year, and historically, for anybody who ever watches and looks at our budget, we have very little flexible spending money. And right now, as the budget is entered, we have about $29,000 for flexible spending, which is not a lot. And typically in any given year, we spend anywhere from $25,000 to $35,000 in overages. So there's not a lot for us to do anything with that. I am going to submit for an increased ESSER budget proposal to help fund the resources and materials and needs to support our looping plan for the following year. So teachers are gathering information now and finding out estimated cost of materials that they need to support that. And I feel very strongly that our assistant superintendent is going to approve that budget request, and hopefully we will get at least some funding through the ESSER funds to support that. I did say that was the last thing. One more thing. You should be getting information from your teachers about parent-teacher conferences. That is a go. Parent-teacher conference day and Gold Day are happening regardless of the waiving or the approval of the 2 days that we had for weather-related cancellation. So we are moving forward. I did confirm that this week as well with our Gold Days and parent-teacher conferences. So if you have not received information about scheduling a conference from your teacher, I encourage you to go back through and look at your emails or your school connects, because they should have been communicating and giving you information for signups for that for next week. So that's all the news I have for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I know it's cold, but it is sunny and it's not nearly as windy as it was yesterday. So hopefully you can get out, get some fresh air, and feel some sunshine on your face. Do something to practice some self-care for yourselves. Make sure your kiddos do the same. And I look forward to another great week at Height. Have a great day.